Welcome to Session 9. Democracy runs on participation, and the main way we participate is elections. Today we cover the kinds of elections, how voting rights grew, and all the ways you can take part. By the end, you'll know the types of elections and the presidential process, trace how voting rights expanded over time, and see the many ways citizens participate beyond just voting. America holds several kinds of elections. A primary picks each party's nominee. The general election is the main event, where those nominees face off. A runoff is a tiebreaker when no one wins the required majority. A special election fills a seat that opens up mid-term, say, if a senator dies. And a recall lets voters remove an official before their term ends. And don't forget the midterms, held every 2 years between presidential elections, when all House seats and a third of the Senate are up. Electing a president is a long, multi-stage journey. First, states hold primaries and caucuses to award delegates to candidates. Then, each party's national convention officially nominates its ticket. Next comes the general campaign, ending on Election Day, the first Tuesday after the first Monday in November. But remember, voters are really choosing electors, who cast the official Electoral College votes in December. Finally, Congress counts and certifies those votes in January, and the winner is sworn in on Inauguration Day, January 20th. The story of voting is a story of expansion. At the founding, only white male property owners could vote. Then in 1870, the 15th Amendment gave black men the vote. And in 1920, the 19th gave it to women. Then came the 1960s. The 24th Amendment banned poll taxes, and the Voting Rights Act of '65 outlawed literacy tests and other barriers. Finally, in 1971, the 26th lowered the voting age to 18. So, the overall pattern the GED wants you to see is simple. The right to vote has been progressively expanded to include groups once shut out. The United States has a two-party system, dominated by the Democrats and the Republicans. Third parties rarely win, and they can even act as spoilers, pulling votes from a major candidate. But voting is just the start. You can contact your officials, sign petitions, join a protest, join an interest group, serve on a jury, or even run for office yourself. One useful term, an initiative, is when citizens gather signatures to put a law directly on the ballot for everyone to vote on. Money plays a huge role in elections. The Federal Election Commission regulates federal campaign money, but the Supreme Court's Citizens United ruling in 2010 said political spending is a form of free speech. That decision led to super PACs, which can raise and spend unlimited money as long as they don't directly coordinate with the campaign, flooding elections with outside money. Finally, gerrymandering is drawing district lines to favor one party. The two tricks are packing, cramming the other side's voters into one district, and cracking, splitting them across many so they can't win anywhere. Let's test it. A legislature crams 85% of the city's Hispanic voters into one district, leaving only a handful in each of the others. What is this called? Pause and choose. The answer is A, gerrymandering. Using the packing technique, concentrating a group into one district gives them just one seat, while diluting their power everywhere else. Apportionment and redistricting are the neutral, required processes. Gerrymandering is the manipulative version, and packing is one of its two signature tricks. Let's recap Session 9. There are several types of elections: primary, general, runoff, special, and recall. The presidential process runs from primaries to the convention to the general election and the Electoral College. Voting rights have steadily expanded through the 15th, 19th, 24th, 26th Amendments, and the Voting Rights Act. We have a two-party system with many ways to participate, and Citizens United gave us super tax, while gerrymandering works by packing and cracking.